In Switzerland, owning just one guinea pig is a crime. They get lonely, you see. So the government said, 2 or nothing. In Italy, you can be fined for not walking your dog enough. There's no official step counter, but good luck explaining that to a judge. And in Germany, your horse needs mental stimulation, legally, or you're in trouble. These aren't jokes. These are real laws, and they only apply to animals. Today, we're counting down 10 animal laws that make absolutely no sense. From forced pet friendships to chicken rights you won't believe. Let's get into it. Number 10. Switzerland's guinea pig law. In Switzerland, guinea pigs are considered social animals. That means they need friends. So the law says you cannot own just one. If you have a guinea pig, you must have at least 2. They need companionship. They need someone to talk to. They need a roommate. But here's where it gets strange. If one of your guinea pigs dies, you can't just leave the other alone. You have to get a new one immediately. Some people rent guinea pigs temporarily to keep their surviving pet company until they find a permanent friend. Yes, guinea pig rental is a real business in Switzerland. Break the law? You can be fined for making a guinea pig lonely. Number 9. Italy's dog walking law. In Turin, Italy, you are legally required to walk your dog at least 3 times a day, not 2, not whenever. 3. Every day. The law doesn't specify exactly how long each walk must be, but local courts have suggested a minimum of 30 minutes per walk. That's 90 minutes of walking, every single day. Or you face a fine of up to 500 euros. But wait, it gets better. If you're caught leaving your dog alone for too long, also illegal. If you leave your dog in a way that causes psychological suffering, believe it or not, also illegal. Italy takes dog happiness very seriously. So seriously that you can literally be fined for having a bored dog. Number 8. Germany's horse mental health law. Germany has a law that says horses must receive appropriate mental stimulation. What does that mean? No one knows exactly, but the law is real. Under Germany's Animal Welfare Act, horse owners must ensure their animals don't experience boredom, frustration, or apathy. That means toys. That means social interaction. That means you can't just leave a horse in a field alone and call it a day. In 2018, a German court actually ruled on this. A horse owner was fined for not providing enough environmental enrichment. No toys, no companions, nothing to do. The judge said, "A horse without mental stimulation suffers. That is unacceptable." So in Germany, your horse has a legal right to entertainment, and you are responsible. Number 7. Norway's no-cat law. This one is different. In Norway, it's not about protecting animals, it's about protecting birds. In the town of Røros, cats are banned from going outside, completely, indoor only, forever. Why? Because Norway has protected bird species that nest on the ground. Cats were killing them. So the government said, cats stay inside, no exceptions. But here's the strange part. The law applies to all cats, even cats that don't hunt, even old cats that can barely walk, even cats that have never seen a bird in their lives. If your cat is caught outside, you're fined. If it happens repeatedly, you can be forced to rehome the cat outside the town. In Røros, the cat's crime isn't being bad. The cat's crime is existing outside. Number 6. Japan's pet breeding restrictions. Japan loves pets. But Japan also has some of the strictest breeding laws in the world. In many Japanese cities, you cannot breed dogs or cats without a government license. The license requires inspections, background checks, and proof that you can care for the animals properly. Sounds reasonable, right? Here's the strange part. The law applies even if you're not selling the animals. Even if you just want your pet to have one litter of puppies. Even if you're giving them away for free. In Tokyo, unlicensed breeding can result in fines up to $3,000 and up to 6 months in prison. For letting your dog have puppies. Japan's logic: every animal deserves a good home. And unplanned litters often don't find them, so they made planning mandatory. Number 5. France's pet cemetery law. In France, burying your pet in your backyard is illegal. Since 2016, French law requires that dead pets be cremated or buried in official pet cemeteries. No more Rover under the rose bush. No more Fluffy in the flower garden. Why? Environmental concerns. Decomposing animals can contaminate groundwater. France decided that pet bodies are a public health issue. But here's the strange part. The law applies to all pets. Hamsters, birds, fish, even your child's class pet. If you bury a goldfish in your garden, technically, you're breaking French law. The fine? Up to €3,750 for burying a fish. Number 4. Scotland's Golden Retriever Rule. This is not a law, but it should be. In Scotland, there's an unofficial rule that every town must have at least one Golden Retriever. Not enforced, not written, but widely believed. Here's where it gets strange. The rumor started because someone misread an actual law. The real law? Scotland requires that all dogs have adequate opportunity to exercise. Someone joked that the only way to guarantee that was to have a golden retriever in every town. The joke spread. Now tourists ask about it. No, you won't be arrested if your town lacks a golden retriever. But the fact that people believe this says something about Scotland's relationship with dogs. They love them so much they invented a fake law just to celebrate them. Number 3. Australia's rabbit law. Australia has a war against rabbits, and they're winning. Rabbits are not native to Australia. They were brought by Europeans in 1788. Without natural predators, they exploded. Billions of rabbits, destroying crops, causing erosion. A literal ecological nightmare. So Australia did something drastic. They made it illegal to own a pet rabbit in the state of Queensland. Yes. In Queensland, pet rabbits are banned. Entirely. You cannot buy one. You cannot adopt one. You cannot bring one from another state. If you're caught with a rabbit, you face fines up to $44,000 for one bunny. The logic? Australia is terrified of another rabbit plague. One escaped pet could start the whole nightmare over again, so they made rabbits illegal. In Queensland, the rabbit is a criminal, simply by existing. Number 2. Finland's cat leash law. In Finland, cats are not allowed to roam freely. If your cat goes outside, it must be on a leash. Like a dog. Yes. In Finland, you must walk your cat. Cat in harness. Humiliated. Legal. The law was designed to protect birds. But cat owners hate it. Cats hate it. Everyone except the birds hates it. But it's the law. In Helsinki, if your cat is caught outside without a leash, you're fined. No warnings. No exceptions. And the number 1 animal law that makes no sense? Number 1. France's chicken crossing law. In a small French village called Châteauneuf-du-Pape, there's a law that says chickens have the right of way on all roads. Not a joke. Not a legend. An actual municipal ordinance. If a chicken is crossing the road, cars must stop. Wait, and let the chicken finish. The law was passed decades ago as a joke, but it was never removed, so technically, in one French village, the chicken always wins. 10 animal laws that make no sense. Guinea pigs with required friends. Dogs with mandatory walks. Horses with legal rights to entertainment. Chickens with the right of way. What ties them all together? Every country has decided that animals deserve protection. But somewhere along the way, things got strange. If you made it to the end, hit that like button. It helps more people find these weird stories. Subscribe and ring the bell for more strange laws, hidden mysteries, and things you're not supposed to know. And hey, if you own a guinea pig in Switzerland, get it a friend. The government is watching. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.